Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, and welcome and congratulations on new all-time highs. All right, Bitcoin hit all-time highs over the course of this Asian session this morning. On Coinbase, we reached a high of about 111,800, 112,000. Let's round it up. Amazing result, in line with expectations. If you watched my video yesterday, what I said, although the price had already broken out right yesterday. The price yesterday was at I think down here at 106.5. And what we said, personally, I would have preferred a drop down a little bit lower. That's where I had some orders, but that's okay. Still made some money, but could have made more. But no, what we said yesterday is that we were aiming for new all-time highs. We hit those yesterday after the US session. We got a lot of volume again. After that, just in general, quite a lot of volatility, which in general, volatility is not necessarily a problem, especially not if there's a lot of volume, right? And you can see right here that there's a lot of volume. What that basically means is that there's a very big amount of buyers and sellers, right? And if a very large amount of buyers and sellers agree that the price action or that the price of Bitcoin should move up, that's obviously better than if the volatility and the volume is low. And volatility is very different from volume, right? Because you can have volatility with low volume, but volatility with high volume, with the prices moving up, I'd say that's bullish. Now, having said that, there's some reasons to be cautious as well. At this point of time, I would personally not buy Bitcoin. I do have some limits a little bit lower. But if you're interested in that, in the Signal group, which we have, we do a lot of intraday trading right now. We had a great long on Sui, had a great long on Solana as well, caused a lot of the upside. So if you're interested in that, check that out. But we'll talk about that briefly in this video as well. I will not gatekeep the levels I like for Bitcoin, of course, because I think that's the most valuable part. But no, ultimately, if you zoom out a little bit here, I always said that we were bullish in this range right here, as long as we held this level at 101.5. We always did that. And this is what we spoke about yesterday as well. This was also the main reason why yesterday I said, I think we're going for all-time highs. Although I'm not certain if I expected this quick, to be fair. But we broke out of this balance we had down here, right? We broke out of that on Sunday, Monday as well. But then we did for real on Monday evening. We got the retest. So then we broke out, all right? We broke out with volume, so we trusted the breakout. And what happens then is that buyers and sellers are going to start moving the price up, in this case, with a bullish breakout, and they're going to look for new balance. Now, at this point of time, we are still in the uptrend, right? So at this point of time, I would still say that the uptrend will continue. And honestly, I don't really have that much of an opinion on what the most likely price target will be. There's no real 1.618 Fips we could look at. Sure, psychologically, 120 is a level that's being named a lot. So let's say 116, 120 as a bigger area is what I would consider as the main price target. But that's a very arbitrary price level, right? That's not really based. Yeah, it's based on it's based on psychology, but not really based on technical. So I don't keep me to that level too much. On the short term, though, even though I think we're going higher than this, I think 112 is not going to be the all-time high for now. But even though that's the case, there are some things to be wary about. First of all, we're getting a bit of an inverse 3 drive pattern where every move up higher, the volume was lower. So there's less strength with the prices moving up. So that's a bit of a top signal, local top signal at least. This is the 1 hour time frame, so we're very zoomed in. And then outside of that, you can also see that the leverage is quite high. There's some huge leveraged positions by whales on Hyperliquid that we can see. So I would say it is short term, a little bit more likely, even though my bias on the market remains bullish for sure. All right. I'm looking for spot positions. I'm looking for longs. I'm not shorting this market. That's not what I do. It's not my trading strategy and style. However, for Bitcoin, I would say, buying right now is ridiculous. The risk reward doesn't make sense. And for the reasons I've given earlier, I would say it's a little bit more likely we'll pull back into that level right here between 109 and 107.5, which is the main support level we have, especially around 107.5. At 107, we also have a naked POC, point of control. At 106, we have a 7-day rolling VWAP. As long as we hold 106,000 as support, we're still bullish. All right, so we can actually drop down quite a bit. Dropping down that low, I wouldn't expect. I would say it's more likely we're going to find support. Let's say in the area around 107.5. From there, find support, and like I said, we might have to consolidate for a bit, but I still think we will auction higher as well. And let's be conservative and take 115 as price target for now. Those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully my analysis yesterday helped as well, because in general, we had the direction right, and this is always what we've said, right? I mean, I've always said in the entire time right here as well, in the middle of May, like as long as we're holding on top of 101.5, we're good, all right? And a bullish breakout is the most likely scenario. So hopefully that helps. But those are my thoughts for now. Going to make some other videos. Have a great day. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.